What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Dragon Age Origins is one of the best RPGs I've ever played. Famously, I always say I'm not a fan of top-down RPGs, and that was about as close to isometric view as I've ever gotten. And I was even a fan of the second one. I liked Hawk as a character, the male version, of course, and Blood Mage, which you won't get to play as in this new one. So, I even liked Dragon Age Inquisition, and I was looking forward to finding out the conclusion of the story with Solus. And I thought we were going to get that in Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Then they renamed it to Dragon Age the Veilguard. And it, of course, was very clear that they weren't making it for us anymore, that they were making it for
for a modern gaming audience.
And that we were gonna have to just come along for the ride. Well, now it's come out. We've seen gameplay footage and trailers. They've been ratioed. Asmongold, the story is not about Asmongold, but he is just the official normie, I think, and you can gauge a lot of other people's reactions by his reaction. And I just wanted to highlight this part of when he was looking at all of the trailers have been ratioed, by the way, so says, I don't see how anybody can look at this combat and look at this gameplay and think that it's anything more than garbage. This is some of the worst gameplay that I've ever seen, and I don't understand how this happened. I want to say again, I don't care about this. I do. I don't care about the story. I don't care about these interactions between the interactions. That isn't what's important to me. What's important to me is the vibe of the game, the way it plays. And I think this game has absolutely failed the vibe check. It's not even remotely close. It's like they have the same shield bar that probably makes it where they can be staggered like the Hades NPCs. One thing everyone has said is this looks nothing like the original Dragon Ages. It's only gotten farther and farther away. Streamline. You can't even control your teammates' abilities anymore. So it's hardly a Dragon Age game. And everyone has noticed it. Everyone, including the people that would traditionally be buying and playing this they may be, it's funny, ironically, some of the people that would be completely happy with some of the more modern day elements, pronoun characters, don't like the gameplay of it. And so that has led to this, much like Assassin's Creed Shadows, the retail pre-ordering for sales are piss poor. Not my word there, their word there. Again, this YouTuber, Dr. Disaster, of course, saying this is much like Stuttering Craig, who also has friends in the retail sphere that have been talking about this. And yes, the obligatory people buy games digitally. So, physical pre-orders may be down, but here he says, I have an acquaintance in the retail world, someone who runs 9 stores that sells video games, and I'm hearing that these ratios that we're seeing in damn near every video released for Dragon Age, the Veilguard, these ratios are correlating with piss poor pre-sales data. People are not connecting with the Veilguard because Dragon Age games are supposed to be dark and gritty. This just looks completely soft. It looks like Concord, ironically, which I believe is something Asmongold also said. And there we go. Stuttering Craig, who owns and co-hosts, of course, excuse me, not co-host. He owns and hosts the Side Scrollers podcast. He also, in relation to Star Wars Outlaws, and Assassin's Creed Shadows, was talking about how poor the pre-orders for both of them were, and of course had bad word of mouth before that. And we're seeing the same thing here. You can see it here in 14th place, Dragon Age. Oh my God. And then the even more expensive versions. So yeah, people are still going for those upgraded versions. Over here on Steam, you can see it's 42nd most wishlisted game. Oh, look at that. Right below Arc Raiders, Dying Light. So, I mean, it's there, but nowhere near where we would have seen it in the past. And as pointed out, absolutely ratioed on almost every trailer, on almost every channel. I mean, they're showing IGN, but if you were to go to the actual BioWare or Dragon Age account, it's also ratioed. Asmongold, of course, just roasting it. So I think that's the point, is if he's a barometer for the normie, like the amount of people who don't really pay attention to the overall, they care about are games, then yeah, that type of ratio is not what you want to see. That is not what you want to see at all. You want to see people like Asmongold talking about how cool the gameplay looks, how awesome the armor looks, how they can't wait to play it, and instead they're dunking on it. So it's just not looking good for them at all. basically the same, not looking good as it is for Assassin's Creed Shadows and Star Wars Outlaws, which is just no one's playing. No one's playing except to make fun of it. So let me know what you think of all this. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.